Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button and let's strengthen our community. Now let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. What P? Let's get to the news. It's a somber day at Ibrox, and the face of John Gregg graces our minds and screens as we mark a moment of reflection. The soul of the club, its heritage, and its pride are felt stronger than ever when change looms on the horizon. And change is indeed coming fast for Rangers Football Club. Barry Ferguson, a name that echoes through the corridors of Ibrox with both respect and nostalgia, is nearing the end of his short but significant chapter as interim head coach. Appointed in haste after the departure of Philippe Clement, Ferguson stepped in to steady the ship. But now, as the dust begins to settle, it's clear a new era must begin. The light blues are once again at a crossroads. And while Ferguson's loyalty can never be questioned, the club's ambition demands something more long-term, more defined, and perhaps more daring. The question now is simple. Who's next? Well, all eyes are turning south toward a certain gravel-voiced tactician known for his grit, his discipline, and his no-nonsense approach to the beautiful game, Sean Dyche. Aye, the very same who worked wonders at Burnley is now being whispered in the halls of Ibrox as the man to lead the charge. It's not just idle talk either. Gretar Steinson, leading the recruitment charge under the watchful eyes of Andrew Kavanagh and the ambitious 49ers Enterprises Group, is scouring the football landscape for a manager with steel, identity, and vision. Dyche, at 53 years of age, might just tick all those boxes. He's no stranger to pressure, no stranger to building on a budget, and certainly no stranger to taking a squad of underdogs and turning them into a formidable force. How could he be the one to bring back the roar to Ibrox? There's growing belief that he very well might be. Let's not forget what Dyche managed at Burnley. He didn't just keep them in the Premier League, he made them fight like lions, defend like warriors, and play with a unity most bigger budget clubs could only dream of. In many ways, it mirrors what the Gears faithful demand: passion, pride, and performances that show heart, even in defeat. David Friel, respected journalist at the Scottish Sun, has thrown his weight behind the idea too. Speaking on Scottish Sun Sport, he made it clear Dyche could be the ideal figure to take Rangers forward. I'd probably be more inclined to give it to someone like Dyche, he said. He's got links with Kevin Thelwell at Everton. I just think someone like that would come in and build something. And there it is, the key word: build. Not just manage, not just patch over cracks, but truly build an identity, a culture, a dynasty. What Rangers need now isn't another stopgap, another interim solution that barely scratches the surface. They need a builder, a leader, a figure capable of restoring the kind of mentality that made Ibrox feared throughout Europe. Dyche, for all his down-to-earth manner, is exactly that kind of figure. His teams don't fold under pressure, they rise to meet it. His players know what's expected, and more importantly, they believe in it. You can see it in the way he carries himself, the way he commands the dressing room, and the way he turns doubters into believers. Friel's endorsement isn't just based on admiration, it's rooted in logic. Dyche has the CV, the pedigree, and the temperament to succeed. In Glasgow, even under the microscope that comes with the Rangers badge. And make no mistake, the demands of the job are enormous, but so is the potential for glory. Of course, it won't be an easy transition. Barry Ferguson has always bled blue, and no one will forget the stabilizing role he played when things were teetering. His departure, should it be confirmed, will be met with respect and gratitude, not resentment. But emotion alone can't dictate decisions at a club of this magnitude. It's about vision, about legacy. And Dyche, with his Premier League background and his working-class ethos, may just bridge the old and the new. The 49ers group aren't here to tread water. They're here to build something lasting, something modern, and something worthy of the Rangers name. Dyche's pragmatic style, his ability to work within financial constraints, and his proven history of fostering unity could make him the architect of that vision. And let's be honest, Rangers fans want substance over style. They want results, grit, and a manager who won't flinch under fire. There's a romanticism to football in Glasgow, and nowhere is that more apparent than at Ibrox. The banners, the anthems, the sea of blue. It's a fortress when times are good, and a crucible when they're not. Managing Rangers isn't just about tactics, it's about temperament. Dyche has that in spades. His personality, rough around the edges but undeniably authentic, could resonate with a fan base that demands honesty and hard work above all. His press conferences are never dull, and his expectations are clear. For young players at Rangers, this could be the foundation they've needed. For veterans, the discipline to refocus and challenge again. Friel's confidence in Dyche isn't blind faith, it's a call to action. A call to think beyond the usual suspects and bring in a manager who can carve out a new identity, one forged in steel, sweat, and perhaps silverware. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. And think of the timing. With new owners on the horizon and a summer window fast approaching, the opportunity is ripe for a clean slate. Imagine Dyche with a preseason under his belt, implementing his defensive structure, his pressing triggers, his emphasis on transitions. Rangers for too long have flirted with inconsistency. What they need is a man with a plan, someone who brings not just results, but repeatable processes. Dyche, with the right backing, can provide that. Yes, there'll be skeptics, there always are. But name a great Rangers era that didn't start with risk. Dyche isn't a gamble, he's an investment, one that could bring long-term stability both in style and substance. And when you look across the city at the consistency Celtic have built, Rangers need a manager who won't just match that, but exceed it. There's also something to be said about personality in a job like this. You need thick skin, you need resilience. Dyche has dealt with the media circus of the Premier League, managed club crises, and still walked away with dignity and admiration. In Scotland, the pressure is different, but no less intense. He'll be scrutinized, analyzed, and criticized from day one. But if there's one thing we know about Dyche, it's that he doesn't hide. He meets criticism head on, and he does it with a grin and a gravelly voice that commands attention. Rangers fans would love that. A manager who doesn't pretend, who doesn't pander, but who performs. And that's what this next chapter at Ibrox has to be about. Performance. Week in, week out. In the league, in Europe, in every domestic competition. And if anyone can build that kind of culture, it's Sean Dyche. And so we wait. The ball is firmly in the court of the Rangers board and the incoming ownership. Ferguson may still guide the team through a few more fixtures, but the writing seems clear on the wall. Change is coming. The question isn't whether Dyche is ready, it's whether Rangers are ready for Dyche. The man, the mentality, and the mission. This could be the partnership that brings steel back to the squad, fear back into opponents, and belief back into the stands. And for a club that lives and breathes its history, maybe it's time to write a new chapter with a man who understands what it means to fight for every inch. No shortcuts, no excuses, just football, as it's meant to be. Raw, honest, and full of passion. Just like the Rangers way. So let's raise a toast, not just to the memories of Ibrox past, but to the future that might yet unfold. John Gregg stands tall as a symbol of Rangers' unshakable spirit, and in his shadow perhaps a new leader will rise. Dyche, with his boots firmly on the ground and his eyes on the prize, could be the man to channel that spirit and push this club back to where it belongs. Top of the table, feared in Europe, and respected across the footballing world. Whether it happens or not, one thing is certain, the winds of change are blowing in Govan. And if those winds carry Sean Dyche through the famous Ibrox gates, we might just be witnessing the beginning of something truly special. Watch this space, Rangers fans. This story is only just beginning. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.